Hey everyone, I'm Trisha,
I'm Danielle.
and this video is going to be a twist on the prompt jar videos that I'm sure all of you have seen. If you haven't, welcome to your first one. Instead of having a jar with a bunch of different prompts on it, Danielle and I are going to make a wheel that has the different prompt ideas, and we're going to spin that wheel and see where it lands. Our goal is to pick the same book to read that fulfills whatever prompt we end up getting is. So the next clip you'll see is us spinning the wheel. After that, we're going to go to the store, pick up the book, and you'll get to see individual clips of each of us reading that book, our thoughts. We'll try to be as spoiler-free as possible, but that's what this video is about. So we're looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. We're home. We got the books.
Yay!
We decided that based on the prompt, we were going to get The Housemaid by Frida McFadden.
I'm really excited for this because this is a popular book on Book Talk, BookTube, Bookstagram, all the bookish platforms. So I'm really excited to see what the hype is, and I'm excited to see if we feel like it's worth the hype. Our prompt that you saw was a thriller/horror book, and what we did is we went on Indigo, went through their thriller section, found a couple that we had liked and were interested in, and then we both decided that based on the synopsis, this was the one we wanted to go for.
So I'm very much looking forward to this. Like Danielle said, I've heard about it a lot recently. I have a coworker that's been telling me to read it. So it's the perfect time to read it.
Yeah. So what you'll see is clips of Trisha and I reading this book throughout this week. We are hopefully going to finish it throughout the week, and then whenever we both do finish it, we will come back together and talk about it.
Okay.
All right, let's go to our buddy reading clips.
Hey everyone, it's Editing Trisha popping in yet again. While filming this video, Danielle and I decided to switch things up a bit. So instead of doing what we had originally planned and you seeing a bunch of us reading by ourselves and introducing our thoughts partway through, we've decided to try a new type of video. I'm not going to get into what you're about to see, but we would love to know, once you've seen it, if this is the kind of video you'd want more of, less of, if it's weird or it makes sense. But without further ado, I'll let the video speak for itself.
Hey everyone! It's Danielle.
And Trisha.
And this is a new format we're trying out. Trish and I realized that for this video, we did not have a set time when we could film like an outro and our thoughts and all that. So we decided, hey, let's try something different and let's do like a little meetup over video call and still give you our thoughts.
And I'll be perfectly honest, I did not expect us to finish reading this book as quickly as we did.
No, we have this video scheduled to come out at the end of April. We are filming this literally April 8th.
We flew through this book.
And we started this book when?
April 5th. No, April 6th.
April 6th.
Did you start reading on Saturday or Sunday?
And we both finished it yesterday.
Yeah,
no, you finished it.
I finished
it
on Monday.
Okay, so we both
within 24 hours, yeah.
Yay! So clearly we hated it.
Oh, it was awful.
So we have so many thoughts. We had so many questions. We literally were texting each other nonstop
It
while reading with all of our theories.
was so good.
And we are going to put a spoiler warning at the beginning of this. This will be a huge spoiler. So if you have not read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, please click off, go read it, and then come back. We'll see you when you read it.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so now it should just be the people who read it. Okay.
And if you stuck around and you haven't read it yet, shoo shoo.
Shoo. Shoo shoo. Or just want to be spoiled. So I think that we should break down each character and like our theories and thoughts of them throughout. So let's start with Millie.
I thought from the very beginning, I'm like, she's killed someone. But I
Yeah.
didn't think that it was someone at school. I thought it was like her dad or a stepdad or something.
Okay. I was like, she had to have done something major. I wasn't in the way of murder. Like I
Mm.
wasn't that wasn't where my brain wavelength was going. I was like, I mean, obviously we know she was 17, she went to prison. She got early parole. So that's why I was like, did she kill someone? Would she have gotten early parole? But then based on how she killed and who she killed, it makes sense for early parole.
Yeah, but super graphic. Oh my God. I mean, not that they went
Yeah.
into the nitty-gritty, but like his skull was literally caved in. She kept going past the point of knowing he was dead.
Yes. And that was like, I was like, girl, yes, like literally beat a rapist. However, where is that anger coming from? I want to know more of her background. I want to know more of her
Same.
childhood. Right? Like, where does this aggression and anger come from?
Yeah. Yeah, damn.
So, like, we meet Millie. We already know she's got a shady past. She's hired by this lady, Nina. And then immediately she starts fantasizing about if she had Nina's life and was married to Nina's husband. And at
Yeah.
first, I was like, okay, now is that setting her up to be like, she gonna kill Nina to get her life?
Mm, yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
Like when she was in those chapters, like fantasizing and romanticizing and be like, oh my God, Andrew, like I want to know what it would be like to drive her Lexus and meet up with Andrew. Little did she know.
No, I definitely thought that Nina was setting Millie up for something, like right from the beginning. I didn't know what it, wow. I didn't know what it was, but I
Yeah.
thought from the very beginning that Nina was setting Millie up for something. Not what happened, but
No.
something. I did not see that coming.
Well, you and I immediately both thought that she hires ex-cons for a specific reason because nobody
Yes.
will miss them. There's not a lot of people in their life. Obviously, when you come out of prison after 10 years and she was a teenager, so emotionally she is not well adjusted to society.
Not at
So
all.
obviously, we both thought this was not the first ex-con she hired.
For sure.
And
Absolutely.
the scratches on the door, I was like, "Oh my God. This is like a thing." Like they've locked somebody in this attic before.
Yeah, like why are there scratches in your storage room?
I would have been like, girl, bye.
Yeah,
I've been like,
sorry.
I will go to McDonald's and literally get a job.
I would rather live in my car. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Then like put yourself in that position. That's what frustrated me the most about Millie is there was so many red flags and she was like, I literally have no other options. And I'm like, literally talk to everybody that comes out of prison. Like I know it's a shit situation. However, you do have other options.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Also, going back to her childhood and wanting to know more, obviously her parents clearly they touched on some childhood trauma near the end there, where it was like her parents didn't believe her when she said her math teacher failed her because she wouldn't let him feel her up.
Yeah.
But like I want to know more. I want a book on Millie and her parents.
I would
and
love
that
to see Millie
childhood
growing
trauma.
up and like see what caused her to be the person that she ended up being.
Yes. Like that's where we need. And also, like, I need to now know, is she going to be this like vigilante protecting abused women?
I fully think she is. I fully think that she's now a widowmaker, and that's like what she does. And she's like, cool. These women are going to pay me so that I can live, and it'll be a decent wage. I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about going back to prison, and I will get rid of their problems for them.
Like, yes. I feel like of the three main characters, her reveal was the one I was least shocked about.
Yeah.
Because we already could tell she had a shady past, and we could already tell, like, something was going on. Like, something was gonna happen.
They also harped on her prison sentence so much. I'm like, okay, just
Yeah.
tell me what it is already. You've way overhyped this reveal. I don't care about
Yeah.
it. I have my guess. It ended up being right, but I was like, I have my guess. Just tell me if it's right or not.
Yeah. Like, it was too much like, they're gonna find out what I did. And then they never said it. And then, like, 4 chapters later, they know what I did. And I'm like, what'd you
Like, of
do?
course. You did you really think that this really fancy lady was going to have you be alone with her child and not do her research on you? Like,
Yeah.
she knew.
And speaking of Cecilia, like, Trish and I were totally like, she's such a brat, whatever. I get it.
I get it.
I now get it. And I'm like, that is literally the portrayal of childhood trauma. And just like, as an educator speaking to that, was like perfection. Like, I was like almost in tears during those scenes with Cecilia specifically. I was like, wow, that was powerful. Good job, Freeman.
Yeah.
Put that in. Like,
Yeah. Like it was well
yeah,
done for sure. Like the scene where Cecilia comes home and it's just Millie and she like throws her one shoe here, one shoe there, coat over there,
yeah,
throws the food on the floor, and then she turns around and one of her parents is there, like one of Cecilia's parents is there, and Millie's like, well, she turns back around, Cecilia's not there. It makes perfect sense. She's like, shit, I don't want to get in trouble for not being perfect. Like,
yeah.
what am I gonna do?
And now we also get why she would listen to Andrew so well.
Yeah, no
And
hesitation. She
and the
freaking
frilly
knew.
dresses.
I knew right away. I'm like, Cecilia's not picking her clothing. I thought it was Nina, but I knew Cecilia was not picking her
Yeah.
clothing. I'm like, one of her parents is forcing her to dress like this.
And getting into that, so let's talk Nina Winchester. I have never read a book, or maybe I haven't, I just can't think of it. I have never read a book where there is a bigger flip-flop in how I feel about a character. I hated her like with a passion. I was like, she's gonna kill Millie. As soon as Andrew was like divorcing her, I was like, oh my God, she's gonna come back, she's gonna kill her. Like, she's such a to Millie. Like, I was thinking all the bad words for women. And I felt guilty after I read the abuse she endured. So essentially, it turns out that Nina went through this abuse at the hands of Andrew. Andrew turns out to be the psychopath. So we're introduced to Nina's medication. She's on medication for schizophrenia and all that. It's this elaborate scheme by Andrew through all these people he knows and whatever to convince every single person that she is batshit crazy. And she has endured at the hands of him being locked in this room, going through the abuse and torture. I had such a hard time getting through those scenes. That was graphic. The
Even,
hair,
oh, oh. No, I was explaining this entire book to Brandon, and he's like, she did what? I'm like, from her head. A hundred
and
hairs. And
twice.
one wasn't perfect. So she had to redo it. Like, so disgusting. Literally, when I got to page 200, chapter 39, and it says step two, naively marry sadistic evil man. I'm like, what is going on? What is
Right?
going on?
Right? I was like, I and like when you hit the page 189. It's the end of the part one. First of all, there were three parts to this book. I was like, what the frick is going on?
I was like, I need it all.
It's Millie is now locked in this attic. Immediately, your brain is like, oh my God, Nina is now in the
Yeah,
house.
Nina came back.
Nina came back, locked her in. Then you flip three pages, and Nina is burning the picture of Andrew right after he kicked her out. And then How to Get Rid of Your Sadistic Evil Husband, a guide by Nina Winchester. I was like, I'm sorry, what? What? Like
Oh,
I was like, I I was speechless.
when it gets to step four, make the world believe you're crazy, I'm like, what do you mean? So I thought that she had like planned that, oh no, I'm gonna pretend to kill my child. I didn't realize that he did all of that shit.
Yes. Yes. Like literally drugged her child, placed her in a bathtub, tried to drown her, drugged her, called the police, had her put in a psychiatric facility, then said, if you ever try to do anything, your child gonna be dead, and you
Like,
know I can do
yeah,
it.
now you know what the consequences of your actions would be. Wouldn't that have been such a great lesson if your child died?
But, however, I want a book on the abuse that he suffered at the hands of Evelyn Winchester. Because
Oh
that
my
at the
God.
end,
Oh my God.
like, it literally, like, basically, at the very end, they're at Andrew's funeral, and Nina meets up with Evelyn Winchester, Andrew's mom. They're looking over their casket. They see he's missing his teeth with that, which we'll get into all that with Andrew. But Evelyn is like, well, clearly he didn't learn his lesson the first time. And I'm like, excuse me?
Oh yeah. I've got that page.
Go for it.
If you don't take care of your teeth, she continues, then you lose the privilege to have teeth. Andy knew that. He knew that was my rule. When I pulled out one of his baby teeth with pliers, I thought he understood.
Like, again, childhood trauma. Frida McFadden wrote the best writing of childhood trauma I've ever read.
I need to read more of her books.
Clearly,
That was so
this is part of a
good.
series.
I know. I'm so excited.
I
I
want
have
to
to
read
get
the
the
next
next
one.
one. 100%.
May buddy read. But honestly, just the twists and turns up until the very last page, because then in the epilogue, she's interviewing with a lady who turns out to be being abused by her husband, and you're like, oh my God.
Oh my God. I read that and then I freaking like flipped. I'm like, I have to reread the prologue. Oh my God.
Yes. I like also the cop. Oh my God.
Detective Connors.
Detective Connors is okay. I feel like my thoughts are going everywhere. I feel like my thoughts are going everywhere. But like, so Andrew Winchester was engaged to a lady named Kathleen.
Kathleen.
Kathleen. Then meets Nina Winchester, this helpless victim lady, because she's like single mom, barely making ends meet, falls in love with her, goes through all the torture shit. Then now Nina brings in Millie to be her replacement. And honestly, like it sounds messed up, but I honestly got a soft spot for Nina by the end of this.
Yeah, same. Same.
Like,
She's definitely not a good person, but like my heart.
yeah. Like did not deserve any of this that she went through. Understand that she was really, really mean to Millie. However, I can understand where it was coming from. And like I know she was trying to find the person to replace her. And I know Enzo was like, "Hey, Nina, that's kind of messed up." And she's like, "Yes, but I see no other way out." Desperation. I get it. But then you have Millie who tortures Andrew By the way, the books on his PP, I was
So well
like,
played.
yes, yes. And the fact
Nina's
that she doesn't,
reaction to it as
oh,
well. She's like, I'm sorry, what? I didn't know
what?
about any bruising.
I was like, and then, then even the books on his PP and his pulling teeth, and then she was like, that's not even it. And then 5 days later, I'm like, so then we get 5 days later, Nina's like, and then Nina redeems herself
She
and says,
does.
Millie, I got you, girl. You
Go.
go.
Just go.
I will take the fault. I was like, oh my God.
And in
Detective,
comes Detective
income
Connors.
detective. And Detective Connors reveals that he knows Andrew Winchester, and he is like, crap, another one of his friends in his pocket. But no, he is the father of Andrew's first fiance, Kathleen, and said that Kathleen went through some stuff. He does not know what that man did to her, but he looked into Nina and Andrew's relationship after that, believed Nina's story that Andrew was trying to kill her essentially and was torturing her and being abusive, whatever. And then Detective Connors was like, I'm just going to rule this death an accident. So
Hmm.
nobody gets arrested for Andrew's murder.
And I fully believe, I have no evidence to back this up, but I fully believe that when Millie kills, what's her name, Lisa? Bum, bum, bum. Lisa. When Millie kills Lisa's abusive husband, it goes back to the prologue where Millie's like, I'm gonna get sent to jail. I'm gonna be back in jail. Like they're gonna find the body and it's gonna be me. They're trying to get me to confess to it. But we've got Detective Connors, so I fully believe that Detective Connors is going to help Nina get off. And he's going to be her man on the inside, protecting her and all of the abused women so
Mm-hmm.
that they never have to go through it again. And that is how Millie becomes the Widowmaker.
I I I have no words.
So good.
It's so good. And also, okay, so Andrew Winchester. This man seemed amazing.
Except for cheating on his wife.
Except for, yeah, he was blatantly cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
And I was like, honestly, like, I don't agree with that. However, like, his wife is basically psychotic, basically trying to kill this girl. He's like being protective. The minute that I read that it was him, I audibly gasped.
My jaw was on the floor.
I was eating popcorn and I was like,
So good.
it was not even on my radar that anybody except Nina was going to be this killer.
No.
I knew somebody was going to die. Did not peg Andrew whatsoever.
I did not peg Andrew, but I did think that it would result in like Nina trying to do something to Millie and Millie killing her because, like I said, I thought that
Mm,
Millie was a killer already. So in my
yeah.
mind, Nina would try to get rid of Millie, and Millie would be like, "Screw you, you awful person. I'm gonna protect my own life." Or because Millie wanted to be Nina so badly that Millie would just be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get you out of the way and I'm gonna become you."
I like it. Yeah, I had so many theories, but as soon as I like that, as soon as we got to the end of part one, I was like, I have no idea. I literally don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's it going to be. I know nothing.
Such a good book.
It was honestly so good. Okay, so final rating.
Five, 100%.
5.
Such a good book. I will be
Highly,
rereading this to see all of the things
yes,
that I missed.
yes, yes. Highly, highly recommend. Honestly, if Like, I don't read thrillers because my little heart can't take it. But and I've read some that are like thriller-esque, but this, I was
So good.
like they're like we're lacking for adjectives because our brain cannot process what we have just read.
Phenomenal, amazing, a freaking delight, like delectable. I
Award
ate this
winning.
up. So good.
And honestly, I'm so excited to read Frida McFadden like another book and see what I think. And even I was looking on Goodreads and some people have rated this book so low. And I'm like, you need to reread this and not rate it low just because you think it's cool to rate it low. Like, do not hate on this book.
It's so good.
It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Do 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 do. Phenomenal. Do 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 do. Those were our thoughts on The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. In case you couldn't tell, we absolutely loved this book. We can't read to we can't wait to read more by Frida McFadden. Oh my God, it was so amazing. If you made it this far, I really hope that you didn't just spoil the entire book for you because it is such a great read. If you have made it this far and you've read this book, we would love to hear your thoughts down below.
Thanks for joining us, y'all, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.